locker gag.
We had to film multiple things coming out of one tiny wee locker, basically because the whole premise of it is a visual gag. Now it was very difficult because, as I said, the locker was teeny tiny, and Holly had decided that she wanted to write a beach ball coming out of it, which was interesting because we originally had the beach ball like fully blown up.
Yeah.
Really taut. We were trying to get it out, but then at the same time as we were trying to get it out, the door kept like moving.
So kind of ruined the cut.
Yeah, we needed to somehow... So if we were to redo it again, critical reflection, if we were to do this again, I think we would have to source a bigger locker. And also be very extra careful with the door.
Or we could source a backless locker.
Yeah.
A backless locker would have worked also, because then we wouldn't have had to cut between the frames, which I did expertly, by the way.
Yeah, you did really well.
By witchcraft and wizardry.
We had to also praise Grace because she did a lot of squats that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going up and down, putting things in and out the locker.
Yeah. So yeah, we had to get... It would have been a lot easier if we'd had a top locker, but que sera, sera.
Yeah, we got what we could get at the time.
Yeah, take what we're given, all that jazz.
You're at uni, you gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
Voulez-vous? Ah!
Yeah, editing, that
Did you do any backwards ones, or were they all like...
No, all in succession. I had to fiddle around with the audio sometimes because it just didn't sound natural with the noise of it putting down, so I just kind of moved the audio of the previous clip back and overlaid it with the next clip, so that smoothed the transition over. If you can't hear a transition, you're actually less likely to see it as well.
Yeah.
The one that didn't quite work, that I needed to cover with the cutaway to Beth, was the chair, because that moved ever so slightly.
What, the door?
Yeah, the door moved. The chair coming out moved the door ever so slightly. Yeah, we tried to reset that, but it was about a centimetre off, which isn't noticeable to the naked eye. So when you put those side by side, even with the crossfade, the fade just kind of, the door kind of goes. So I cut away to Beth, going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were also filming in a very small...
It was tight.
It's like just outside, well, if anyone's watching this who goes to Northumbria University, it's just outside of where all the Squire's performance rooms are. There's a tiny little corridor that you go up, which is where the new wardrobe is, and it's just outside the new wardrobe. And I mean, it's probably like a square foot.
You wouldn't fit this sofa in, basically.
No. Yeah.
So we had to get at least two of us at a time.
In that one section.
And a camera in there.
And being careful with shots that it didn't look like there was no space.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have just, the effect would have just gone AWOL.
Yeah. Another thing I had to do was crop out the XLR from the microphone and the beach ball in, well, it would just be in some of the shots, but then to keep the illusion, you've got to have the same frame all the time. So I just cropped the whole thing and messed around with it there. So that was fine. I mean,
it worked in the end.
It did take me a while, to be fair, to remember how to do that, because I have had to crop frames in the past. It took me a while to find that function, but you know.
Once we did it, once it was working.
Yeah.
Once Dan got it. So if we were to film it again, I think we'd probably have to get a bigger location, just so we don't manage to get a microphone in shot because there's not much space, or one of us has to wait outside.
Another thing I did with that was take the audio from bins, the walking audio. So when you hear Beth approach, before there's anything on the screen, when you hear Beth approach, that's actually Holly.
From bins when she walks away.
And then when she walks away, when Grace walks away, that might be Carl walking away. And when Beth walks away, I think that's you again walking away. So there we go, tricks of the trade.
Magic of the screen.
Because as it was such a small space, we couldn't get the audio of them actually
They weren't
away.
walking far enough to get that sound. So they would literally come out of shot and be at the door. So
yeah.
we had to do some magic.
Yeah.
That's the end of Locker. See you on the flip side. Locker gag.